Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. And to those of the Jewish faith, it is Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. So, Lashana Tova. So, this is interesting. When I start working with a new client, one of the first things I ask is, tell me about your early years. As far back as you can remember until you were 10 or 12 years old. Why? Because, honey, that's when you learn how to cope. If you live in an environment of tranquility, peace, love, a pretty nice home environment, in all likelihood, now not 1,000%, of course, you're going to have a pretty normal, and I hate to use that word, but way of coping. You're going to cope like everybody else. You're not going to turn to drugs and violence. While those who were raised in an environment of abuse, drugs, domestic violence, just screaming and yelling, that's how they're going to cope, because it's a learned behavior. For the most part, that's when you learn to deal with stuff. That's why I ask. And I have found over, I don't know, maybe the past 6-7 years, there's so much more apathy. Parents get caught up in their own lives, which is easy to do, of course. But honey, you have babies, you have kids. My son is 43 years old, and I'm sorry, he will always be my baby. And if he sees this, he's going to say, oh God, Mom, don't say that. Sorry, it's true. And he's going to be the same way with his daughter, and he knows it. But we have responsibilities. And a lot of parents just blow it off. You can't blow it off. So we have adults now, people older than myself, who were raised in an environment of apathy, where the parents, maybe it was a single parent, maybe both parents had to work, maybe there were additional family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents living in the home. The child never felt they got the attention they deserved, so they may act out attention seeking. In many, there's a lot of different ways people do this. They may become apathetic. Nobody cared about them. Why should they care about anybody else? They turned out okay. Did you really? Really? You want to think about that just a little bit. There's so many people that never got the nurturing. How many people, and God, I hope it's not you, never heard, I am so proud of you. You may have a test in school or, trying out for football or whatever. You go out there, you do the best you can, and no matter what, baby, I'm in your corner. You've got this. And if they make it, if they get a good grade, they make the team, you celebrate. It might be pizza, it might be cupcakes, it might just be watching TV together, their favorite show, whatever. It's the nurturing and the encouragement. You'd be amazed how many people never had that. You would be amazed how many people, the parent didn't care. I'm busy. Go to your room, do your homework, go watch TV, go play with your brother, the dog, your sister, whatever it is. I'm on the phone. Put your damn phone down. At dinner time, no phones. No phones. Put the phones in another room. Talk. And I don't mean gripe at each other. I mean talk. How was your day? What's new? Tell me one good thing that happened in your day. And then we can talk about one bad thing that happened in your day. But share and communicate. Because those kids are going to grow up. And those kids are going to have some serious problems. They're going to be the ones that grow up angry and pissed off at the world. Nobody cared about them. Why should they care about anybody else? Well, Mom beat Dad. What's wrong with me hitting him? Or Dad beat Mom. What's wrong with me hitting her? Everything. You never have a right to raise your hand to anyone. You don't have that right. And no means no. Please talk to your kids. Develop rapport. You talk to coworkers. Why can't you talk to your own child? Nurture them, encourage them. Think back to how you felt when you were their age. Wouldn't it have been great to just know your parents are proud of you? That no matter what, your parents love you. I know people whose parents have never told them they love them. They never hug them. I cannot imagine going through life and my mom never hugging me. I just cannot imagine that. I'm sure my son wished there were days I wouldn't hug him because I'm a very huggy type of person. But Jeff always knew I loved him and that he was the best. And I still tell he and his wife every time we talk how proud I am of him. And I'm sure I'm embarrassing them. That's okay. People need to hear it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old your kids are. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're proud of them. If they have a bad day, encourage them, nurture them. Remember when you were young, and I'm sure in everybody's life, there was a time we needed a hug and somebody was too busy. That's just part of life. Hopefully your parent made up for that 10 minutes later when they got off the phone or when they were finished frying chicken or whatever it was. But just remember, we all need to hear, I love you. We all need to hear, I'm proud of you. We all need that encouragement. You've got this. You're going to try for a new promotion or a new job. Hey, you've got this. You have please. Seriously? You've got this. You're so talented and so smart. Why couldn't you get the job? Okay, you're going to have to learn some new skills. That's good for you. Never stop learning. You know that. Encourage them. So if you haven't heard this for a while, I am so proud of you. Good, bad, or indifferent, I'm proud of you. Hang in there. Keep trying. You've got this.